It's Joe Bonsai, and today we have. Let's dig in here. Well, I can already see some. Okay, well, its tag is completely missing. So that means. And what the. That snails. I'm gonna have to go and send him away. But I think this is another Japanese yew. And we got a couple of volunteers in here that I'm sadly not going to keep. But looks like the squirrels have taken my poor tag. I think it was a Japanese yew. I put it in a pretty pot, but man. Okay, so this one obviously has gotten quite a bit bushy, and we're just gonna clean her up for the winter. Here we are at the end of fall. Make her look a little bit more presentable. Wow, this one really budded back this year. I think I'm gonna have to. There's a knot on here that I didn't think was gonna grow anything, but it looks like I was obviously wrong. There's a branch I cut last year. This I've only had this a year, but this nub right there was a branch from last year, and it just had like 7 or 8 pieces on it that were budding back. This goes to show the vitality of some of these trees. We keep trimming them, and they seem to love it so much that they grow twice as big, twice as fast. Probably should have kept that as a sacrificial, but sometimes I don't think about that too quick. Hindsight is 20/20. I think I'm actually going to definitely got to cut it back quite a bit. Get rid of these under branches. Like that one. I'm gonna let that start to grow slightly on my elbow, but I'd like it to grow and start to fork off. I'm going to cut this short and leave that because I want it to fork off. I don't want the inner branches too long before they start developing better branches. So I have to deal with that. Man, it's another area where I cut a branch and it just sprang to life with more. Now here in Oregon, where our weather has been pretty bad, Pacific Northwest is getting hit with they shortened it and called it a bomb cyclone, which personally I believe that's just tactics to scare people. I have lived in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years after my time in the military, and went to high school in Oregon. I spent a half a year down south in California, Southern California, San Diego area, Ramona. But family ended up moving up here even sooner than we thought. I don't remember if there was like a housing crisis at that time or what, but wow, this thing is really bushy. Anyways, I don't remember if there was a housing crisis or what. I do remember that we lived on the corner that was ridiculously bad. That one's ugly. Okay. Was ridiculously bad for accidents. So, Caltrans bought our property from us and kind of were jerks about it. And like, hey, you're going to take this much money or we'll just take the property from you. Which, like, and then when they did it, all they did was they didn't even change it up that much. They just cut the corner a little bit, and that was it. No huge difference. And personally, I'm upset with the fact that the government has turned into a controlling agency instead of a governing agency. But that's all I'm going to say about that. At least we still can create content and give it out to the peoples. Help them fall asleep. I doubt anybody will even hear my little tiny rant. It's starting to come along. Certain things I've done to this particular rant. Squirrel. This particular branch to help future development, because I think this is getting way too long by trimming it out all the way to here. Eventually I want to get rid of this and let this grow out, and hopefully that'll be a better taper in the future. That's interesting. I'm tempted to just cut this top off, but it looks really nice right now. Just trim that a little bit, I actually really love these umbrella looks on some of these yews. They're just outstanding. They don't leave much for looking a little better. leave much for that whole bird being able to fly through it, but it does give it a more palmy tree feel, island feel, which I like. I actually like making trees look like other things in general. Oh, that was a big piece. I really don't want that. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to bring in some of the big dogs. So that branch is a little bit too big. Let's see what getting rid of that much will do. So it's a large piece. How thick that is. That one hit. And now we'll just clean up all the stuff around it. It just doesn't look good right now. All this lower stuff. So, again, I don't want to cut that. I want to develop it. So that. And again, because you can't have too many agains. I am cutting it further back than I really want. I do realize that it does look really beautiful from one direction, one particular direction. But I'm going to have to get rid of that. It's a pretty thick tree branch, right where I don't want it to be. Yep, that was right in the elbow. I just squirreled again. Oh. My editor, I'm sure, will tell you, oh, he's just being a dork. To some degree. Yeah. Definitely not on the inside. Definitely not on the inside of the elbow. Alright. Getting really close to being done with this one. Just getting its top canopy a little bit more under control. Okay. I'm going to have to see if I can find this thing's tag outside. But I do believe I'm done. There's the new front. Well, I think that's the same old front, but still. It's gonna look good now. Just put its basket back in. Oh, that's where the rock goes. That looks good. Okay. Thanks for watching.